Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with Chief Ministers of Northeast region on pandemic situation. First budget session of 15th Assam Assembly begins today. CM tables Assam Cattle Preservation Bill 2021. Lok Sabha Speaker announces monsoon session of both Parliament houses to commence from 19th July. Airport Authority of India adds another flight to Dibrugarh-Imphal flight service under Udan program. And Italy emerges Euro Cup 2020 champions after shootout win over England. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. I'm Changamla Thumra, and now the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with Chief Ministers of Assam, Nagaland, Tripura, Sikkim, Manipur, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram tomorrow via video conference. He will take stock of the COVID-19 situation in these states. The Prime Minister's interaction is a part of his exercise to deal with the pandemic situation. The first budget session of the 15th Assam Assembly begins today. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma tabled the Assam Cattle Preservation Bill 2021. The Chief Minister also announced that a commando battalion shall be established in Dhansari along the Assam-Nagaland border. Minister for Culture and Power Bimal Bora said that a fund of 10 lakh rupees each shall be provided for the refurbishing of Jyoti Bishnu projects, while availability of electricity to every household will be a priority. Discussions were also held on escalated prices of essential commodities and petroleum products. Meanwhile, condolences were offered to all those who lost their lives due to COVID-19. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla has said that the monsoon session of both the Houses of Parliament will commence from 19th of this month. He said the session of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha will conclude on 13th August of the next month. While briefing the media in New Delhi today, Birla said there will be 19 sittings during the upcoming session. He said the sitting of both the Houses will be held from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the session.
18 तारीख को सदन के सभी फ्लोर लीडर, सभी दल के नेताओं की बैठक होगी, जिसमें उन सब के विचार जाने जाएंगे। हमारी कोशिश है सदन में व्यापक चर्चा हो, विचार विमर्श हो, तर्क हो, ताकि हम सदन के माध्यम से देश की जनता का अधिकतम कल्याण कर सके, उनके बुनियादी मुद्दों को समाधान कर सके।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked the public to nominate people who are doing exceptional work at the grassroots but are not much known for the People's Padma Award. Taking to his Twitter handle, Modi stated that India has many talented people who are doing exceptional work at the grassroots but not duly recognized. He urged the people to showcase such cases for the People's Padma. Nominations for the same are open till 15th September. The world-famous Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath begins today at Puri in Odisha. This is the second consecutive time that the Rath Yatra in Puri is being held without the general devotees due to the prevailing pandemic. Many dignitaries, including the President, Vice President, Prime Minister and the Chief Minister of the state, have greeted the people on the occasion. Meanwhile, heavy security arrangements have been put in place to ensure the smooth conduct of the Rath Yatra. The Regional Connectivity Scheme RCS of government today added yet another wing at Airports Authority of India's Dibrugarh Airport in Assam. Domestic carrier Indigo today started another flight under RCS Udan program of Government of India in its schedule to Imphal. The Indigo flight number 6E7948 is now connecting Kolkata and Imphal with Dibrugarh daily. This flight will take around 1 hour and 15 minutes to reach Imphal from Dibrugarh. The inaugural ceremony was held in the presence of R. Awasthi, Airport Director, Dibrugarh Airport, other airport officials of AAI and Indigo with few first passengers. In the COVID update from the nation, over 12,35,000 vaccine doses were administered in the last 24 hours. As per the Health Ministry data, the national COVID recovery rate stands at 97.22%, with more than 39,000 patients recovering from the infection in the last 24 hours. With that, over 3 crore people have recovered in the country so far. Meanwhile, the active caseload stands at 4,50,899. 724 deaths were reported across the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total death toll to 4,08,764. In the COVID update from the region, Arunachal Pradesh records 3,718 active cases, 35,910 cured cases, while the dead numbered at 189. In Assam, active cases clocked at 19,972, while discharged cases stood at 5,07,516. The tally for the dead is 4,828. Manipur has 7,235 active cases, followed by 69,224 cured cases. The dead accounted for 1,272. Saddled with 4,365 active cases, Meghalaya has registered 49,307 discharged cases. The tally for the dead is 908. Reporting 4,455 active cases, Mizoram has a caseload of 19,618 released cases, even as the dead accounted for 110. Nagaland has logged 971 active cases, followed by 24,498 discharged cases. The dead account numbered at 507. Sikkim has recorded 2,267 active cases, while the released cases touched 19,725, deaths at 315. Lastly, Tripura has 4,100 active cases, 65,934 cured cases, while the dead accounts for 715. In Nagaland, Sputnik 5 vaccine was procured by the state government from Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Hyderabad, while registering 26 beneficiaries through online portal, which started today. It is expecting more in the coming days. This was stated by Dr. G.R. Rio, Deputy Director, Universal Immunization Program, Health and Family Welfare at the Directorate of Health and Family Welfare, Kohima. He said that 14 beneficiaries have registered for Kohima and 12 in Dimapur. Dr. Rio said that the procurement was made as an additional vaccine option, and a total of 4,800 doses have been procured for private hospitals only as per the government's directives. For the first dose, component 1 in Kohima, a total of 2,400 doses have been made available at Bethesda Hospital and 1,499 doses in Dimapur's Faith Hospital. He also mentioned that the rate payable by the beneficiaries availing the Sputnik vaccines for private hospital per dose will be 1,145 rupees.
So, Government of Nagaland has procured it, and Bethesda and Faith Hospital has procured it, and they're vaccinating at a dose price of rupees 1,145 per dose. And Sputnik V comes in a 2-dose vaccination schedule, and it is given in the intervals of after 21 days, second dose. In the first dose, it comes as in component 1, and the second dose will come as component 2, which the suppliers have assured the state that once we start the vaccination, they will make the second dose available within a week.
Moving on to sports news now. Italy crowned as Euro Cup 2020 champions after shootout win over England last night. Italy beat England 3-2 on penalties after the Euro 2020 final ended 1-1 following extra time at Wembley to secure the second European Championship title. It was the first final to be decided on penalties since Czechoslovakia beat West Germany in 1976. And in tennis, world number 1 Novak Djokovic has clinched his 6th Wimbledon tennis title to equal record of 20th Grand Slam trophy after beating 7th seed Matteo Berrettini of Italy. The 34-year-old Serbian won the men's single final by 6-7, 6-4, 6-4, 6-3 in 3 hours and 24 minutes. Djokovic is now level with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal in the list of most singles Grand Slam titles in men's history. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with Tokyo-bound athletes virtually tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. A total of 126 athletes across 18 sports disciplines from India will be heading to Tokyo. This is the biggest ever contingent India is sending to any Olympics. The 69 cumulative events across the 18 sports disciplines that India will participate in is also the highest ever for the country. Meanwhile, Modi, in his Mann Ki Baat on All India Radio last month, had stated that all the Indian athletes heading to the Tokyo Olympics have worked hard for long, and he urged the nation to come forward and support them.
DD News और DD India पर भारत at Tokyo 2020.
Mizoram Home Minister Pu Lalcham-Liana today held a press briefing in his office chamber where he made a statement on the border issue between Mizoram and Assam. In his statement, the Home Minister pointed out that boundary disputes between both the states date back to the colonial era and continue to be raised by the elected bodies under the District Council, Union Territory and the state of Mizoram and its people. Regretfully, the matter remains unresolved till date. Furthermore, the Home Minister stated that additional Mizoram police forces have been deployed to the affected areas, which will hopefully remove public fear and ensure a sense of normalcy.
Kantia, aom to compensation peturin Assam Sarkari.
In Meghalaya, Jowai saw the concluding day of the Bedin Klam festival rituals being observed at the sacred pool Siam Aitnar. Bedin Klam is the most colorful and important religious festival of the Panar people belonging to the Namtre, a traditional faith. The festival was concluded with religious fervor and a spirit of fun and merriment at Siam Aitnar amidst COVID SOP. The faithful believe that the 4-day festival organized by the Sian Raj Jowai drives away plagues, devils and all kinds of evil spirits from the society. For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel, DD News Guwahati. To end the news, the main points once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to interact with Chief Ministers of Northeast region on pandemic situation. First budget session of 15th Assam Assembly begins today. CM tables Assam Cattle Preservation Bill 2021. Lok Sabha Speaker announces monsoon session of both Parliament houses to commence from 19th July. Airport Authority of India add another flight to the Dibrugarh-Imphal flight service under Udan program. And Italy emerges Euro Cup 2020 champions after shootout win over England. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.